Not everybody on spiritual TikTok is ready to hear this one, but these times that we find ourselves in demands that you know this because the quickening, because of all the events that are about to occur. On the path, you will come into information that will let you know that salvation has already occurred. They talk a lot about this in the Course in Miracles. Salvation has already occurred. And if that's true, and it is, then your time here is up because of this one understanding. When you realize through the path of non duality that you're not just you, but your consciousness is the entire dimensional realm that you find yourself in right now. When you come to that awareness, that totality, that unification point, and you understand that you are the higher self that projects through your heart and materializes this realm, and that this realm is not just a projection, but is you. That you and environment are one and the same. From that point of unity and the understanding that salvation has already occurred, then if you currently live in limbo or in a purgatory or a hell, then you realize that if you're the entire environment, you're the entire dimensional realm, you're the entire consciousness of your experience, then bringing yourself back home rests solidly and surely on your shoulders. And if that's true, then you have the aha realization, at least I have, that within my world, within my own dimension, if I'm still living in a purgatory or a hell, then that must mean I'm the last person in my world to have this understanding. Therefore, the task, the singular task, rests upon my shoulders to come to awareness that it is only I, my current creations, my current fixations, my current narratives that keep the world in hell. And if I want to pull myself out of this cocoon, out of this particular dimensional realm, this single classroom of learning, and thus bring the entire world to salvation because I've brought myself to salvation, I've brought myself to that point that's already occurred, that not only that all of creation has been created and that all points in time are now, but that salvation has already occurred. And therefore, if I'm just the last person to get this. I'm the last person to get this. Because once I realize that salvation has occurred, while simultaneously living the embodied truth that I am everything, that I am the unified point of this entire realm, I am the reason why this realm exists because it comes through my consciousness from my heart, that I am tasked with letting go of all that would argue against the fact that salvation has already occurred. It's a mental tongue twister, is it not? And yet, I say this to you to remind you, to encourage you, and to let you know again at a certain point on the journey when you're ready to hear it, you are the entirety of the consciousness of the realm that you find yourself in right now, and that salvation has already occurred. So you in your realm right now will be the last person to understand this, to get it. You're the last person to get it because once you see yourself as a point of unity, there is no other. There is no one else around you right now. It's just you expressed through many different forms. And so you would never hold anything against yourself. You would love yourself. You would come to good relations with yourself and love yourself and say, I will no longer hold a thought or an action or a deed against anyone else because everyone else is me. I will no longer hold a contrary thought or deed against myself. So I laugh and I say, the joke's on me. Everything's solved. I was just the last person to get it, thinking a thought that there were other people who had to get it first. And therefore, I created a realm in which people didn't get it. and that I was waiting on them to get it. But there is no them. There's only me. I was only waiting on me to get it. And once I got it, I realized, well, there's only a little bit of a laundry list left of things that I would hold against myself to stay in such a purgatory, to stay in such a illusion, when I can pack up shop and return to source, or live my life from the vantage point of non-dual, non-localized, pristine awareness in the sky realms, who I really am, who you really are, before all concessions and births into illusions. Maybe you find yourself at this point on the path. If you do, then everything I just said will make sense. And it seems like the birth chamber of this reality right now, is urging us to come to this empowered conclusion. Not a solution, but conclusion. So that we're no longer playing with shadows, but living full on as the light that we have always been.